Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Arpit Sharma. I'm CEO Skill Council for Green Jobs. I welcome all of you to the 76th series of the webinar. Skill Council for Green Jobs is organizing a series of webinars to celebrate Azadi Amrit Mahotsav. And this is being celebrated every week as part of the India celebration of 75 years of independence. And in this series, Skill Council for Green Jobs is inviting learned and eminent speakers from different sectors on sustainable development, renewable energy, waste management, green hydrogen, green construction, green transportation. So the aim is basically to deepen the understanding of the recent developments in these particular sectors in the country and outside as well. So the first series was launched on September 24th in 2021. And I would like to tell everyone that we've come a long way. We are in May 2023. And as I mentioned that we have already completed the 75 series. And today we have with us, we have a very special friend and a very special guest, Mr. Abhijeet More, who is a very well experienced and learned individual, professional, and he's our distinguished speaker of the day, and he'll be sharing his expertise and experience on the 75 actions to contribute to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. I'd like to also share his brief profile with all of you. Mr. Abhijeet More is a professional, is a multifaceted individual who is committed to making a positive impact on the planet. He, as a senior green ambassador, climate change, he's also an ambassador of the ATAL Mentor of Change by NITI Aayog, Government of India. And he has dedicated himself to promoting sustainability and environmental responsibility. In 2019, he has been awarded as the India's top 40 most promising business leaders in the solar industry. Mr. Abhijeet More currently serves as a sales head for a prominent European multinational company. With his degree in electrical engineering and almost a decade of experience in the solar power and e-mobility sector, he has today agreed to preside this session and give knowledge to all of us. Due to his vast followers of more than 26,000 on various social media platforms like LinkedIn, last year Abhijeet Moreji has been selected as Digital Influencer Volunteer with the United Nations at the Global Week to act for the Sustainable Development Goals. And as India, we celebrate our 75th years of independence. Abhijeet ji has taken up a special initiative to pay tribute to our country, his country rather, and to this planet. He has initiated a social movement where he will be undertaking 75 activities in support of the UN Sustainable Development Goals, focusing on the renewable energy, net zero, and climate change. It gives me an immense pleasure and pride that today we have with us such an esteemed and knowledgeable professional who shall be delivering the session. And now I would request Mr. Abhijeet More to start his presentation. Thank you so much, Abhijeet ji, for coming, for gracing your presence. Thank you. Over to you, Mr. More.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Arpit ji, for the warm welcome. It's an honor to be part of the series of 75 webinars on occasion of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It's really an honor. I would like to begin my presentation. Like Mr. Ankur, can you share the screen? Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. I am honored to be speaking to you today as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav and the 75 series of webinar by Skill Council of Green Jobs. So my name is Abhijeet More, and I have been working in the solar power industry for past 7 years. I started my journey in this field by taking the Government of India course on solar power under Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Back in 2016, I would like to take a moment to thank Honorable Prime Minister of India Mr. Narendra Modi ji, for launching such a course on solar power, which has helped many people like myself to enter this field and make a difference. As a child, I was always taught to adopt human values and to do something for the society. These values were instilled in me by my parents, and I always respected elders and possessed gratitude for the humanity. Similarly, I had a strong sense of responsibility towards the environment and Mother Earth, and I enjoyed planting trees since childhood. This passion for humanity and environment led me to pursue a career in the solar industry. And now, after 7 years of hard work, I am proud to be working with the world's leading solar inverter manufacturer as the sales head. Uh, Last year, I was also selected as a volunteer by United Nations to digitally influence on the Sustainable Development Goals. And today, I would like to talk you about the 17 Sustainable Development Goals and how we all can perform activities and contribute to these goals. The SDGs are a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure that all people enjoy peace and prosperity. I believe that every individual has the power to make a difference, and by working together, we can achieve these goals and create a better world for the future generation. Next, please. Ankurji, next, please. Uh, Next slide, please. So yeah, so SDG, talking about the 17 SDG goals. So the goal number one is SDG one, which is like no poverty, which means like to end poverty in all its form everywhere. Like like more than 700 million people still live in extreme poverty on less than USD 1.9 a day. So they struggle to fulfill the most basic needs, that is health, education, access to water, and sanitation. Most of them, like around 400 million, live in sub-Saharan Africa. An estimated around 71 million additional people around the world will be pushed into extreme poverty due to COVID-19, the first rise in global poverty since 1998. So poverty is very dangerous. Poverty affects developed countries as well. Right now, 30 million children are growing up poor in the world richest countries. So eradicating poverty in all its form remains one of the greatest challenges facing humanity. While the number of people living in extreme poverty dropped by more than half between 1990 and 2015. That is from 1.9 billion to 731 million. And too many are still struggling for the most basic human needs. You can see the peak, and the peak shows a low income community located in Brazil. Next, please. So yeah, talking about the this slide, like about my presentation today about the 75 actions of what you as an individual can contribute in day-to-day life, so that you can also act towards the sustainable development goals. So yeah, these are like very simple actions that you can do and perform in your day-to-day life. So going to the action number one, like we know, like in our household, like we have a lot of old clothes. So by donating these old clothes or household items to those in need, you contribute to the SDG goal number one. Then what what else you can do? Then you can donate to sustainable development projects. There are a lot of sustainable development projects going in the country or in the locality. You can try and approach them and donate to such sustainable development projects. By these also you can contribute to SDG goal number one. Then you can get involved in a local association that helps homeless people and people living in deep poverty. So by this simple action, or you can say the act of humanity in your day-to-day life, you can contribute to the goal number one. Next slide, please. SDG goal number 2 is zero hunger, like to end hunger, achieve food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture. A report says more than 750 million people suffer from hunger worldwide, the vast majority in developing countries. And this number is expected to go up by over 100 million in 22 alone due to COVID-19. Hunger and malnutrition are barriers to sustainable development because hungry people are less productive, more prone to disease, and less able to improve their livelihood. And to nourish today's 750 million hungry people and additional 2 billion people expected by 2050, a profound change of global food and agriculture system is needed. And to end like all forms of hunger and malnutrition by 2030 and ensure that all people, especially children, have access to sufficient and nutrition food all year around requires promoting sustainable agricultural practices such as supporting small scale farmers and allowing equal access to land, technology and markets. So many international corporation uh, are working on it. Yeah. And you can in the peak, like you can see the girls are lining up at a center in Somalia, a country in Africa. And this country was faced like around about six like lot of drought, and 6 million in the country were needed for the food assistance. Next please, Ankurji. So we will now see like how you can contribute as an individual for the SDG goal number 2. So you can support the local farmer market and eat local food, like like nowadays, uh, like uh, 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 like the local farmers in our locality, you can go there and purchase and support those farmer. And by doing this, like you are really contributing to SDG goal number 2. Then you can buy organic food, then you can grow, like most of us, like we like gardening, like we like planting things, and it's a very simple uh, process, and it's a very good thing. Like in many of in many of the things, like in many of the occasions, we also donate a tree sapling or donate a tulsi plant to the people or to the participants. So that is also a way in which you can act towards a zero hunger by donating tree sapling. Next slide, please. So SDG goal number 3 is good health and well-being, which means like ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all ages and everyone. So a report says like despite great strides in improving people's health in recent year, inequalities in healthcare access still persist. The COVID-19 pandemic is throwing progress even further off track, and more than 5 million children die before their fifth birthday ever. So this is a very sad, like, and 16,000 children die each day from preventable disease such as tuberculosis. So every day, hundreds of women die during pregnancy or from birth related complications. And this death can cause and can be avoided through prevention and treatment, education, immunization campaigns, and sexual and reproductive health care. The Sustainable Development Goals make a bold commitment to end the epidemics of AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and other diseases by 2030. The aim is to achieve universal health coverage and provide access to safe and affordable medicines and vaccines for all. In the peak, you can see a woman and her child visit a family clinic in Mongolia, and United Nations agencies are working closely with Mongolia's local hospitals to provide immunization and healthcare for children. And now, how you as an individual can contribute to SDG number 3. Next slide, please. So you can reduce the carbon emission in order to decrease pollution level, poor air quality is bad for your lungs, right? Then you can in if you're looking, very simple thing you can do, like you can go for a walk or use a bicycle instead of a car. Yeah. And because of this, like it is better, uh, and a very good thing what you can do in your daily life. If you're going to buy vegetables, then go instead of using a vehicle, just go by a walk and just buy the vegetables. And the next step what you can do, like most of the people, if they are living in the high rise building, then you can just walk the stairs, or you can just use the stair instead of a lift or elevator, which will save a lot of energy, right? And the simple thing what you can do in your home is like, you can switch off your electronic devices to lower the energy consumption. Then very interesting thing you can do is like go plugging. Plugging, as in like many of you are nowadays, like the Fit India movement is also launched by government of India. So the people like they are like now becoming more and more health conscious. So many of us like to go for a jog, right? So what you can do as an individual, you can like while jogging, you can all the trash you see or come nearby, while jogging, you can just pick up that trash, and that's the best thing you can do and contribute to the goal number 3. Next slide, please. SDG 4 is quality education. Now, which means like to ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. A report says enormous progress had been made in achieving the target of universal primary education with 91% enrollment in 2015. However, 258 million children and youth of age 6 to 17 were still out of school in 2018, and more than half of children and are not meeting the minimum proficiency standard in reading and mathematics. And in 2020, as schools, we all know, like the schools were closed due to COVID-19, an estimated 90% of all the students were out of school, with at least 500 million of those left without access to distance learning options. And in addition to it, free primary and secondary schooling for all boys and girls by 2030 is the aim to provide the equal access to affordable vocational training. Now, we know like education is a key that will allow many other sustainable development goals to be achieved. When people are able to get quality education, they can break from the cycle of poverty, right? So education helps to reduce inequalities and to reach gender equality. It also empowers people everywhere to live more healthy and sustainable lives. Education is also crucial to fostering tolerance between people and contributes to more peaceful societies. And this is what today's Skill Council of Green Jobs is doing. By arranging this webinar, they are educating everyone. So the peak you can see is the students from Pyramid Basic School in Iraq. And the school is one of the educational institutions where UNICEF is undertaking projects to improve infrastructure and academic standards. Next, please. So as an individual, what you can do to contribute to quality education, these are like simple things you can do in your daily life. Like you can read a book about climate change or listen a podcast on the environmental issues. You can share like your environmental tips with the friends and family. That's a very simple and easy way to promote the sustainability and the quality education. Then what you can do, you can share your ideas for a sustainable behavioral change to friends and family who don't know where to start. Like you can be the mentor, or you can be the inspiration to start such activity. And you can then talk about the importance of nature, animals, and environmental protection with your children. Yeah. So next slide, please. So this is how like you contribute to the SDG 4 quality education. Now coming to the SDG 5 gender equality, which means like to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. Right now, like women and girls represent half of the world's population and therefore also half of its potential. But gender inequality persists everywhere and stagnates social progress. On average, women in the labor market still earns 23% less than men globally. On average, women spends about 3 times as many hours in unpaid domestic and care work as women as men. Sorry. So as of 2014, 143 countries have guaranteed equality between men and women in their constitution, but 52 yet like they are yet to take a step. Okay, so gender equality is not only a fundamental human right, but a necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world. So in India, we know, like our president, Honorable Draupadi Murmu is a perfect example of gender equality. Like this is a proud moment being a citizen of a country where a president is a woman, which clearly shows that how India as a constitution supports gender equality. Next, please. So how you as an individual can contribute to gender equality. Next, please. So the thing is like gender equality actually start at your home, like the way you respect your elder, the way you respect your parents, the way you respect your mother, your wife, your sister, daughter, everyone. That's the base of the gender equality, and it start right from your home. The next thing what you can do is like you can support sustainable female owned businesses, like right now, like there are many businesses which are run by women, so you can like support such businesses. Then what you can do, you can donate to organization that support female green entrepreneurs. The next thing you can do is engage in conversation about the role of women and men in environmental arena. And the last one what you can do is promote women's role in conservation and sustainable development. So these are all like the activities what you can do as a citizen of the country, in whichever country you are like residing. This is in this way you can contribute in your day-to-day life, and you can change your nature, you can change your behavior about the women, about the community, and support the gender equality. Next slide, please. Now coming to the SDG goal number 6, which is clean water and sanitization, which means to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. Access to water, sanitation, and hygiene is a human right. Yet billions are still faced with daily challenges accessing even the most basics of services. Water scarcity affects more than 40% of the world global population and is projected to increase with the rise of global temperature as a result of climate change. Globally, 3 in 10 people lack access to safely managed drinking water services, and 6 in 10 people lack to safely manage sanitation services, leaving an estimated 3 billion people without basic hand washing facilities at home. Critical need to prevent infection and contain the spread of COVID-19 and other viruses. So investment in infrastructure and sanitation facilities, protection and restoration of water related ecosystem, and hygiene education are among the steps necessary to ensure universal access to safe and affordable drinking water for all by 2030. In the pic, you can see a child is drinking water. Next, please. So these are the steps like what how you can contribute to SDG 6. So you can use a reusable water bottle to avoid plastic waste. You can switch your plastic toothbrush out with and replace it with a bamboo one, and you can turn off the tap while brushing your teeth. This will save a lot of water. Then you can take shorter showers, and what you can do, like you can choose clothing made of organic fiber instead of synthetic made items. because this they release microplastic when washed, and it's very harmful chemical. And the last but not the least, the activity which all of us have done a lot in during the COVID days is like wash your hands. Yeah. So next slide, please. Yeah. So next one is SDG 7, which means affordable and clean energy, like to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. So this is one of my favorite SDG, as in my day-to-day job, I follow SDG 7. So our everyday life depends on reliable and affordable energy, and yet the consumption of energy is dominant contributor to climate change, accounting for about 60% of total global greenhouse gas emission. From 2000 to 2018, the proportion of global population with access to electricity has increased from 78% to 90%. And in the least developed countries, that proportion has more than doubled during the same period. And yet, there are still about 789 million people around the world with no access to electricity. Ensuring universal access to affordable electricity by 2030 means investing in clean energy sources such as solar, wind, thermal, and expanding infrastructure, upgrading technology to provide clean energy in all developing countries is a crucial goal that can be encouraged and help the environment. So you can see the solar park, and the best thing you can contribute to this goal is like install a solar panel at your home. Then you can consider switching to a green energy provider. You can in the home you can replace your bulbs, or you can bulb, or say a bulb with the LED lights. That is the best thing you can do, and it's very economical, right? Then be aware of the energy your home consumes. Like most of us are not aware of the energy bill, or what we actually pay, or what is the actual units we consume. So you have to be aware of it. Then what you can do, simple thing is you can improve the insulation of your house by using the good quality cables at your home, right? So, and the next thing you can do is encourage the government to subsidize renewable energy production. And the last one is like you can vote for leaders which actually promote the renewable energy. This is the best thing you can do and contribute to SDG goal number 7. Next slide, please. SDG 8 is decent work and economic growth. The report says, like globally, labor productivity has increased and unemployment rate has decreased. However, more progress is needed to increase employment opportunities, especially for young people, reduce informal employment and labor market inequality. The global unemployment rate is 2019 was 5% down from 6.4% in 2000 year. And however, COVID-19 have caused equivalent of 400 million job losses in 2020. The pandemic has adversely affected the workers and the informal economy, where an estimated 1.6 billion workers are impacted. A persistent lack of decent work opportunities, insufficient investment, and underconsumption contribute to the erosion of the basic social contract, and that all must share in the progress. The creation of quality jobs remain a major challenge for all economics. In the peak, you can see a clothing designer at work in her studio in Lebanon. Lebanon emerged from a 15-year civil war, like we know, in 1990, beginning its slow, its steady recovery. Next, please. So you can see like now how you can contribute to SDG 8. Next, please. So you can make people aware of the fact that climate change will have economic consequences too. Yeah, that is a very serious problem. That's why like the government nowadays is promoting so much of sustainability, and there are a lot of agendas at the global level. The next thing you can do is support better working conditions for the agriculture workers. And the thing what you can do is advocate corporate social responsibility. This thing you can do whether you're working in a company, you can promote such thing. The next thing, please. Just a second, I'm just doing what. So SDG 9 is industry, innovation, and infrastructure. So some progress has been made in the manufacturing industry. Like we know, like manufacturing industry is growing rapidly, and the global share of manufacturing value added in GDP increased from 15.2% in 2005 to 16.5% in 2018. However, the share of manufacturing in least developed countries remains low, posing a serious challenge to the target of doubling industry share by GDP. Okay, so global manufacturing slowed in both developing and developed regions in 2018-19, mainly attributed to emerging trade and tariff barriers that constrain investment and future growth. While global internet coverage had expanded widely, as of 2019, 46% of the global population still does not use the internet. uh, you can see in the peak like the students from training center in Gaza, run by United Nations Relief and Work Agency for Palestine refugees in the Near East. So they are assembling the Formula One style car out of mostly the recycled parts for entrance in Formula student competition. And the competition challenges students from around the world to design, build, and race a single sitting car from the scratch. That's a very good thing. So as an individual, what you can contribute to SDG 9 is while upgrading to your technology or appliances, donate your old devices because their parts may still be used. And then you can support the green startups in your city. You can advocate your for your city town to install more electric charge charging stations. You can support sustainable waste management programs in your city. So this is the best thing what you can do and contribute to SDG 9. Next slide, please. So SDG 10 is reduce inequalities within and among the countries. Uh, income inequality is on the rise, particularly within the countries. Like as from 2017, the richest 10% earn at least 20% of the total global income, and the poorest 40% earn less than 25% of the total global income. On average, and taking into account population size, inequality has increased by 11% in developing countries between 1990 and 2010. So inequality threatens long-term social and economic development, harms poverty, and destroys people's sense of fulfillment and self-worth. And to reduce inequality, policies should be universal and pay special attention to the needs of disadvantaged and marginalized population, which will be disproportionately affected by the economic impacts of the COVID-19. So you can in the peak you can see the two students are taking a walk and talk during a recess in a school. So how you as an individual can contribute to SDG 10? Next, please. So you can increase awareness of the negative effects of climate change on the poor communities. You can the best thing or the simple thing you can do is write an inclusive sustainability blog to bring awareness on how the climate is changing and affecting the environment. You can share electrical items with people around your neighborhood. Then you can help the food banks and homeless center to offer nutritious and sustainable food. So yeah, this is like all the simple activities like you are seeing like now it's around activity we are coming on the activity 44, and you are seeing like all the activities which I am have mentioned in my presentation are all simple activities which you can do and contribute to the sustainable development goals. Next slide, please. So SDG 11 is sustainable cities and communities. Uh, So the report says half of the world population live in cities. By 2015, 6.5 billion people, like two-thirds of the humanity, will live in urban areas. And in the developing world, the rapid growth of cities, along with the increasing rural to our urban migration, has led to a boom in mega cities. Like in 1990, there were 10 mega cities with 10 million inhabitants. Now in 2014, like there are 28 mega cities, home to a total of 453 million people. So this like rapid urbanization outspaces the development of housing, infrastructure, and services, which lead to a rising share of urban population living in the slums. So as COVID-19 pandemic has made it clear, sustainable development cannot be achieved without significantly transforming the way urban spaces are built and managed. So making cities safe and sustainable means ensuring access to safe and affordable housing, upgrading slum, and investing in public transport, creating green spaces, and improving urban planning management in a way that both uh, is a very win-win situation. So in a peak, you can see the view from Stockholm City Hall, the easternmost bay lake in the city center. And you can see this city like Stockholm consistently ranked in the top 5 of the Arcadis Sustainable Cities Index, like as well as the People Sub Index, factoring in quality of life and indicators such as good health and education. So next slide, please. In You can see like how you can contribute to SDG goal number 11. Like you can turn off your lights when you are no longer using them. This is the simple thing you can do. Then you can take a public transport and leave your car at home as much as you can, and rely on the public transport. By these also you are contributing to the SDG. And you can generate awareness about your city's environmental footprint. You can include underprivileged household in the decision making process of the city's green policies. This is like the political people, like they need to support like this thing. And then the last thing what you can do is support the elimination of single use plastic in your community. So going on to the next slide. The time is also running. So SDG 12 is responsible consumption and production. So the report, like if you can see the global reports, it says like the global population will reach 9.8 billion by 2015. The equivalent to almost 3 planets will be required to provide the natural resources needed to sustain current lifestyle. So in 2015, almost 12 tons of resources were extracted per person, with electronic waste as the fastest growing sector. This means that the production, consumption, and natural resources must be managed better and differently. The world's ecological footprint should be reduced by changing the way goods and resources are produced and consumed. Shared natural resources should be managed efficiently, and toxic waste and pollutants disposed carefully. So support should be provided to developing countries to move towards a more sustainable pattern of consumption by 2030. So in the peak, you can see a player is kicking a ball, which is in fact made of a recycled rubber, during a football match between a Geneva High School students and a team of permanent representatives to the United Nations office at Geneva. And this ball was donated by the United Nations Office for Development and Peace. So next slide, please. Next slide, please. So the things you can contribute to the SDG 12 is like to reduce, reuse, and recycle the products which you are buying, and then you can buy a your clothes are made of reused and recycled material. Like nowadays there are many like companies which are manufacturing such recycled clothes. So you can just go and buy such items. What you can do is you can stop using plastic straws and buy a metal or bamboo straw. So this is a very simple thing you can actually do even in your home as well as in your office. Then what you can do is you can buy organic cotton and other more earth friendly materials. The, and then you can like donate your old clothes instead of throwing them. Also the thing you can do is repairing your old clothes. Yeah, that is also possible nowadays. So this is how you can contribute to the SDG 12. Next slide please. Next slide please. So SDG 13 is climate action to take urgent action to combat climate change and its impact. So climate change is a very dangerous, and climate change is affecting every country and every continent. So it is caused by human activities and threatens the future of our planet. With rising greenhouse gas emission, climate change is occurring at rates much faster than anticipated, and its effects are clearly felt worldwide. Like it is like in I am like based out of Mumbai, and it's still like the summer season is going on, but we are also experiencing the rains here. So this is because of the climate change. And you can also find in your in most of the countries nowadays, like anytime like the rain pattern will change, and all these things is affecting the environment, is affecting. This is only because of the climate change. And the impacts include the changing weather pattern, rising sea level, you can see, and more extreme weather events. So in 2019, where was like recorded as the second warmest year. And that in that year, like lot of wildfires happen, hurricanes happen, droughts happen, flood, and other climate disaster happen. So if this climate change like is a global challenge that requires coordinated international cooperation. And in the peak you can see like two people, they are replanting the mangrove seedlings in Indonesia that was devastated by the tsunami in 2004. And conserving, restoring, and sustainably using coastal wetland is crucial in the battle against climate change. So now, how you as an individual can contribute to SDG 13? Next, please. Next, please. So you can like minimize your air travel, which will save a lot of CO2 emissions. Then you can organize green initiative in your workplace. You can talk to friends and family and make them aware of how everyone can do their part to help combat the climate crisis. You can learn about how to properly dispose your refrigerators and air conditioner. So in this way, like you can act to the climate action and SDG goal number 13. Next slide, please. So SDG 14 is life below water, like to conserve and sustainably use the ocean, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development. Like like the ocean cover 3/4 of the Earth's surface, contain 97% of the Earth's water, and represent 99% of the living space on the planet by volume. The world ocean provide key natural resources including food, medicines, biofuels, and other products. Now in the peak you can see like underwater landscape in the South Pacific. Next please. So what you as an individual can contribute to the SDG 14 is like you can clean up a nearby beach. If you are living in a coastal area, you can like go in such kind of campaigns. Then you can like be aware, like you do not have to pollute the lakes and rivers and ocean around you. Then if you are a farmer, avoid practices that lead to chemical runoff. Then you can try to buy fish or seafood coming from a sustainable source. And then you can like use natural mineral sunscreen, like most of the women in the country, like they can opt for buying a product which is like a natural product, then because these sunscreen are like very chemical, consist of very chemical products, and the simple thing you can do is to buy a natural product. By this you can really contribute to the SDG 14. Next slide please. Next slide please. So SDG 15 is life on land. So which means to protect, restore and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystem, sustainably manage forest, combat desertification, halt and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss. So in the peak you can see the Amazon forest in Brazil's Pará state, which is rich in mineral resources. Next please. So now you can see like how you can contribute to the SDG 15. Like you can plant a tree sapling, join an NGO which does such activities. You can donate tree sapling. You can reduce your use of paper, avoid printing, and substitute it with electronic device or carriers. Then what you can do, you can recycle paper, glass, plastic, metal, and old electronics. Then another thing is you can do is like clean your local parks, like what I said like in my previous slides. You can go plugging, like while jogging you can just pick up the trash. Then the last one what you can do is please do not use pesticides. Like these pesticides are very harmful to the nature. So by doing this, like you can contribute to SDG goal number 15. Next slide please. So SDG 16 is like peace, justice, and strong institution, which means like to promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institution at all level. In the peak, you can see a woman and her child at a polling station in Mali during the country's second round of presidential election in 2013. Next, please. So now you can see like how you as an individual can contribute to SDG 16. So you can like bring awareness to the harmful practices of deforestation and land grabbing. Next, please. Then you can, what you can do is you can form inclusive social networking campaigns for climate change. Then if you work for an international organization, the best way you can do is to work de-escalate conflicts caused by the climate change. Now coming on to the last goal, SDG goal number 17. Next slide, please. So SDG 17 is a partnership for goals, which means like to strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the global partnership for sustainable development goal. Like the 2030 agenda for sustainable development is a universal and call for action by all the countries, whether it is developing or developed country, to ensure no one is left behind. So it requires partnership between governments, the private sector, and civil society. In the peak, you can see like the Sustainable Development Goals icon is being projected onto the UN United Nations headquarters in New York during the annual high-level general debate of the General Assembly. Next, please. So as an individual, what you can do to contribute to SDG 7, we can see like you can encourage the green innovation initiatives. Next slide, please. Yeah, you can encourage green innovation initiatives. Then you can encourage knowledge sharing from indigenous population about best eco-friendly practices. And the last thing what you can do is be brave and start your own initiative. Next slide, please. So thank you everyone for taking your first step towards the sustainable development. To conclude, it is the environment around us. We live off for it, and its natural habitats play an important role in our daily life. On 15 August 2022, as India celebrated 75th Independence Day, so to tribute India, planet Earth, and human life on its 75th Independence Day, I have taken pledge to contribute to the country's sustainable development by doing 75 activities that will make India a better place to live. And since then, I am contributing to society and environment by following United Nations Sustainable Development Goals in my day-to-day life. And what I do, like I implement these activities in my personal life and share my experiences on the social media. I share my experiences on my LinkedIn newsletter, and you can like now like it's a time to act personally, and this like your small steps can really make a difference. Like you can connect with me and join this social movement to act on the sustainable development goals. Yeah, thank you from my side. I hope like you enjoyed the presentation, and you like you will you understand like the simple steps taken by you can lead to a very good thing of and this thing can also basically contribute to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals and be a good citizen of a country in whichever country you are living. Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, and thank you everyone uh, for being and for being here and attending this wonderful webinar arranged by the Skill Council of Green Jobs. Thank you again for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Abhijeet More. It was actually a very, very insightful webinar, and I would really like to express my sincere thanks from Skill Council for Green Jobs and everyone. And I would really like to comment
Thank
that you are truly a multifaceted individual and a true green ambassador and a climate change ambassador. So
Thanks a
thank you
lot,
so
Arpit.
very much, sir. We would be we'll be looking forward for much such sessions from your side, maybe in coming weeks, because this gives a lot of opportunity for all of us, not only all of us to learn, but we have a lot of training institutions and other stakeholders who join this webinar, and they look forward for a lot of guidance and support from mentors and speakers like you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
very much. I would
So,
request my other colleagues of Skill Council for Green Jobs to say a word
yes,
of
sir.
yeah.
I would like to request all the participants if any questions or any comments.
Uh, thank thank you, Mr. Abhijeet. This is Ankusun from Skill Council for Green Jobs. It was a very wonderful presentation from your end, and in a very simple word, you have explained a very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ankurji.
Yeah, I would request the participants if they have any questions from Abhijeet ji. So we'd be very happy to answer your questions.
Sir, I think no questions from audience. Thank you, Abhijeet ji, for the excellent presentation.
Thank you, Singh
Thank
ji,
you, sir.
and
Thank you
We'll
very
look
much.
forward for your continuing guidance and support, and we also, kind of discuss internally between ourselves so that how can we organize, the futuristic sessions on various solar energy and inverters and other technology areas, and especially green hydrogen, because we have a lot of audiences who want to listen on green hydrogen, and
right.
one of the key experts. We'd be
Correct.
very grateful if we can hear from you.
Yeah, it will be my pleasure, Ankit ji.
Thank you so much, Abhijeet. Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Ram.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
Ankur.
Ram.
Thank
Thank you, all the participants.
Thank you.
Thank
Sir.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir.
Have a great day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.